Time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, we are seeing cattle are quite down right now. We are down over $5 in feeders and about $4 or $5 in live cattle right now. Tell me a little bit about the pressure we're seeing today.
That's right, Lacey. We did touch limit down here in this January feeder contract. Our low was 316.80. We're back to 320.30. Definitely a lot of moving parts here as we finish out the week. We've got the feeder cattle index, November feeder cattle. They're going to go off here tomorrow at noon, but they're going to be cash settled against those feeders that are taking place, the sales that are taking place out there in the country tomorrow. Today's index looks like it's going to be up about 56 cents around that 340.02 with the daily number of 347.83 on about 2,560 head. Now, on the live cattle side of things here, it's been the cash trade. It's been all about cash trade here this morning. Now, we did violate some technical support here. We did take out that 216 on the December live cattle, and on the February live cattle, we did take out that 218 area. That was some major support there. We're down over $5 this February live cattle contract. Now, we are hearing and I'm seeing some 215 bids out there from some majors here in eastern Nebraska. And we've also traded 347 dress. We've traded 345 dress. There's also been some 224 trade in Kansas, and those cattle are getting shipped to Texas to get processed. Very, very weak so far to start off. So we also do have a cattle on feed report here on Friday after the close, but the average estimate on feed is 97.7. Placements are estimated at 91.6 with a range of that number of 89.5 to 95.5, so big range there. And the marketing's in October, that's estimated at 92.3%. So a lot of moving parts here as we finish up the week, Lacey.
Thank you, Kyle. That is Kyle Bumsted, livestock market analyst, with a look at your midday livestock trade here on the Rural Radio Network.
Welcome to Rodeo 60. I'm Rebel Adamson, joining you with all things rodeo in 60 seconds or less. The best cowboys and cowgirls in the Prairie Circuit are headed to Mulvane, Kansas this weekend for the Prairie Circuit Finals Rodeo at the Kansas Star Casino, November 20th through the 22nd. The top money earners from the regular season will compete across 9 events, all vying for Prairie Circuit titles and a shot at advancing to the NFR Open in Colorado Springs in July of 2026. This year's field features a mix of first-time qualifiers, returning finalists, and several competitors with experience on rodeo's biggest stage, the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. A handful are also back to defend their 2024 Prairie Circuit Championships. The Prairie Circuit is comprised of Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma. That's the Prairie Circuit Finals Rodeo happening November 20th through the 22nd in Mulvane, Kansas at the Kansas Star Casino. That'll do it for Rodeo 60. All things rodeo in 60 seconds or less.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network for a check of your markets at the Tractor Tuesday Market Desk. For farm listings made simple, visit TractorTuesday.com. Grains are down this morning with soybeans leading to the downside and some long liquidation. We've seen a total of 41.2 million bushels to China in the past 2 days, but the excitement from finally seeing some buying activity seems to be wearing off. With beans leading the way, corn and wheat are also lower. Demand for corn is holding strong, with U.S. corn the cheapest on the global market. Weekly ethanol production was up 16,000 barrels per day as we continue to run near max capacity, with stocks up 100,000 barrels. And cattle futures are under heavy pressure today ahead of the cattle on feed report coming out on Friday. And on the latest slaughter report for the week ending November 1st, dressed steers averaged 983 pounds, a new all-time high for the industry. December corn is down 6 1/4 at 430.5. March down 6 3/4 at 442 3/4. January soybeans are down 13 3/4 at 1139.5. March down 11 3/4 at 1148.5. December Chicago wheat down 8 3/4 at 537 3/4. March down 8 1/4 at 550. And Kansas City December wheat is down 9 1/4 at 517. March down 9 1/2 at 533.5. December soybean meal down 190 at 335.50. December bean oil down 62 at 51.91. December live cattle are down 522 at 214.80. February down 495 at 215.90. January feeders are down 507 at 320.97. March down $5 at 313.40. December lean hogs are up 92 cents at 78.82. February up $1 at 79.02. And class 3 milk for December is down 30 cents at 16.66. That's a look at your markets. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.